What up, guys? This is Chris. This is Wheelhouse Trading. Welcome to the Wheelhouse. Good morning. I think we're going to have a good day. I hope we're going to have a good day. I'm going to try to keep this short. Today, we're going to talk about Lucid. I want to go over a couple quick things that I saw in the news, and then I want to jump into some charts, and we're going to make some decisions on what we're going to do, where we're going to go. Make sense? Cool. All right. So Lucid shows off its self-driving prowess. Okay, so Lucid is getting into the autonomous vehicle game. They announced today, filming this on Tuesday, I'm going to put it out in the morning, that they're jumping into the autonomous vehicle fray, announcing details on its Dream Drive, which the company calls the most technically sophisticated driver assistance out there. Bing. Dream Drive, according to the company, has 32 onboard sensors, a driver monitoring system, and onboard Ethernet network, among other hardwares, which enable driver assistant features such as collision avoidance, traffic jam assist, and highway assist. Bing. It's a lot of technical stuff to digest. All that, however, are the sort of technologies and features enabled by advanced driver assistance features available on many new vehicles like Tesla, etc., etc. Cool. Let's move on. That's good. If you're going to be an EV, you need to be an autonomous. That's where it's going. Good for you, Lucid. All right. Now, Lucid, despite the fact that they have no earnings, and despite the fact they don't have any cars on the road, but they do have some sales and some pre-orders. Bing. That's cool. I like that they're marketing. I like that they're talking about another vehicle and that they're marketing it, and they're kind of like prepping the market because they've probably got a big move coming, which is going to really stimulate the stock price or price action. So Lucid, second trick, the Gravity is a full-size luxury crossover. I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. I already read it. It's pretty cool. So look. Lucid just got a rating from the EPA for the longest range for electric vehicles. Bing. I don't know why I'm doing that, but that's huge. Okay, so Tesla Model S had that record. Now Lucid has the record, and in the electric vehicle space, range is really important. So solving that and getting the award or the longest range, I think, is critical. Another thing that they're claiming is the company claims it adds 20 miles of range for every minute plugged in under ideal conditions. So what's really cool about Lucid is not only do they have the range, but they're claiming that their charging stations are going to be the fastest out of all of the networks. So if you plug your phone in like I do at night before you go to bed, and you wake up in the morning and you're on it all day like I am, I'm sure you are too. You want the phone to be working all the time. I mean, yeah, I got to charge it more than once, but I probably use the phone a lot, more than most people, I would think. So that's okay for me. But look, if you got long range, a super sick technological vehicle, and then you have a really fast charging system, so you don't have to pull up at a spot and like wait it out, and your whole trip is being delayed. Like, I think that's cool. You put all that together, it's cool. The next thing that's going to be cool is if they get cars on the road and customers love it. I mean, if the customers love it and then the media embraces it, I don't know why I'm doing this either. If the media embraces it, then it's like really good, and we're gonna get the wheels turning. Okay, but it's critical that the media embraces it and the customers like it. We get those two together with the fast charging and the long range. This thing is ready to just start banging. We're gonna start printing money, like literally, just. So it's gonna be cool. All right, let's get into some. Oh, real quick. So, they have power ratings 480 to 1100 horsepower. Prices are 77,000 to 169. You got to figure out if that's high for you or low for you. All my cars are higher than that, but this could be expensive for a lot of people. I don't know. It says it's a very impressive package. It holds 7 people on the SUV. It's a tri-motor. It's 1,300 horsepower. It has independent propulsion on each wheel, which I thought was kind of cool. It just goes on. The article just goes on to say, look, we're not trying to compete with like Jeep Wrangler or Ford. We're not a rock crawler, but we're gonna hold our own. We're not gonna be a little, you know what I'm saying? So we're in the game, okay? Now let's just know that that's cool. This is what we're looking for. We're looking for cars to come on the road. We're looking for customers to like it. We're looking for media attention, to a media blitz and an embracement, and backed up by them just doing what they said they're gonna do. Okay, and on the timeline they say they're gonna do it. If all those little things sync up, this is gonna be a cool one. Okay, so let's get into some charts. I'm gonna do a little dive for you. I'll try to keep it quick, and we'll see where we go. Okay. All right. Now on Lucid, I want to tell you a little story here. I know all about Lucid. Okay, I've been in this thing since about right in here. Okay, so kind of since the beginning. So I've been through all of it. I sometimes I feel like a total idiot with all that I know about the markets and charts and whatnot, and buying this thing. But at the same time, I do believe in my heart. I have a gut feeling, and I have forever, and it still is there, that this is a millionaire maker stock. I'm already a millionaire, but I want to stack more. So I do think that this could be one of those things that just goes up. It's like buying Tesla at $20, right? So if you can find the right stocks, like there was a stock, Qualcomm, many years ago in the 70s, I think it was $9, and it had all the right charting, and the perfect base got really tight, and it actually went up. And if you put $7,500 into that stock, 1 year later would have been 200 grand. I believe that Lucid is one of those kind of stocks. That's why I put so much money into it. So this is the deal. Here's the story. Okay, it was a SPAC. Okay, it went ham. Okay, I picked it up here on the momentum and the hype, and this thing just was making money. It formed a base right there, and the volume just was crazy. And then they had their little merger, and it went bad. And I luckily had some stops here. Okay. And but I didn't stop at all. I still had like 1,000 shares that went down through this rabbit hole. And then right here, I got everything lined up. Like I've been teaching you guys, the RSI went through the NASDAQ. It was outperforming. My vortex crossed. My stochastic was crossing. I got my first blue candle, and I took this trade thinking, okay, it's coming back. I had no idea it was going to go all the way down there, but I took it. I think I grabbed another 1,000 shares right here, and yeah. And so I saw my little blue candle right there. I saw it was coming down, and I didn't sell all of it. I trimmed. So I guess I was accumulating, but I was trimming. And it went down. I didn't get involved in that. I don't think I got involved in that because my blue ribbon or my red ribbons are in there now. So I'm just kind of like tentative. And all this I skipped, and but then this one right here is where I got more of, and I think I added, if I recall, 1,000. It was 1,000 or 2,000 shares right there. I think it was like 2,000 actually. And then it came down, and all this just got really ugly, and I got stopped out a little bit too, if I recall. It's been a long road with Lucid. It's been a long road. Some of you guys probably know how it's gone. And then one day I was in the Discord. I woke up early in the pre-market, and this thing was hammered. I mean, it was in the dirt. Like it got beat to hell. I mean, it was sketchy. It was sketchy. I was gonna wake up to a serious loss, and so we were all in the Discord, and we're like talking about it, and I'm always telling people, don't buy the dip, don't buy the dip. You know, you'll never find a book in the world that says buy the dip. That's just like something that retail traders have like created, and they do. You got to buy the bottom. You got to validate the bottom. You got to buy into momentum and buy into strength and trim into strength. And I'm always saying that, and it's actually the correct way to do it. It's how all the pros do it. It's how Wall Street does it. They don't. Okay, that's just how it's done. But the one time that I literally broke two of my own rules, which is never buy or sell a market open order. Okay, I never sell it open, I never buy it open. I wait 30 minutes. It's a golden rule. It was taught to me. I live and die by that rule, because if you see something up $3 and you think it's going to go up $10 during the day, and it's up 3 and you buy it right at open, well, that thing can come down real quick because the market doesn't have its footing yet. You know what I mean? And then vice versa. If it's way down, the pre-market's really red, and you're like, oh my God, I'm going to lose 20 racks right now, like, and I'm going to sell it open, and then boom, 30 minutes later, like the NASDAQ is green and a whole bunch of stuff is shifting and Wall Street's just putting money in on it, like, then you regret it. So one of my rules is I don't buy at market open and I don't sell at market open, okay? And I don't recommend that you do that either. Wait 30 minutes, let the market get its footing, figure out the temperature and the vibe of the market, and then enter and exit accordingly. But this one day, I was like, this thing is gonna bounce. I mean, it's gonna bounce. And I had this triangle, and it showed me October. Yeah, I remember I was looking at this forever. I was like, okay, something's gonna happen by October. Something's gonna happen by October on my descending triangle. And I was already in it. I already had a bunch of shares. And so I did a market open order for another 1,000 shares, which brought me at the time to 4,000 shares. This got me exactly to a block of 4,000 shares. And it wicked. Now I didn't get it as low as it wicked, but I got it very low. I have one of those old school brokerages that's been around for 100 years, and they're one of the biggest prime brokers and biggest market makers out there, either the first or second. Plus my family has been involved with them for 3 generations, so they know us and we know them. And yeah, so they don't really mess around. So a lot of people that tried to buy it market open, they were on YouTube saying, man, I don't know, I got it at like 19, it didn't execute. Well, my brokerage is cool like that. So when it came down, it came down to like, it says 1590 here, or I thought it was 1601, but let's just call it 16 bucks. I got mine executed at 1687. So I got a steal on those shares. And it wicked up that day, and it went up a little bit. It had its doji and had a pattern break with volume, and it just went parabolic. It had a trend reversal, okay, right here. This is important right here. I'm just gonna go quick. So I had volume, all right? It broke this previous resistance with the volume. It closed just a tiny bit above. The next day, people just came in, boom. They just came in relentless. They got the FOMO. They didn't want to miss out. It wicked above this to create a trend reversal, but it closed below. That's not really a good sign, but that doesn't mean it's not going to happen. Just like my apps, I told you about in the 7 top stocks, and I showed you the chart. Well, apps was came up to the line yesterday, and it didn't make it over. And my buddy hit me up. He was his name is Steve. He runs a Discord, and he was like, "Man, I put 30 grand in this thing. It didn't break out like you said." And so I sold to avoid a wash sale. I said, "Look, Steve, just trust the system. Just trust that it's going to break out. It doesn't have to break out today. It could be tomorrow. It could be the next day. It might come up, get resisted, and make a second try." I mean, if you've ever been in Bitcoin, you know how this stuff works. So hopefully he rebought this morning, but that thing broke out big time today. Big time. Just like I said it would. And this is what happened with Lucid. So it came up, it wicked up, it closed below. The next day, it made it right above, and then people were satisfied because you had a trend reversal, you had volume coming in, and that's when everybody, including Wall Street's going to jump in for this. Boom! And then you're going to get some profit taking, and that's all normal. Okay, fast forward to a little bit more current. This thing has come down. Now, typically, you'll notice in my videos, I qualify stocks using 9 different things, and if all 9 sync up, it's like a win. It's like a lotto ticket, guys. It's like buying the lotto ticket, picking the numbers, and you got the ladies on the TV, and you got the first one, the second one, the third one, the fourth one, the fifth one. You're already paid. But if you get that Powerball, you're like, F you money. You know what I'm saying? Flying everybody from the strip club straight to the penthouse in Vegas. So that's how the little 9 thing, well, maybe it's not that though, but you sync them all up, and yeah, so this doesn't qualify. Sorry to say. However, I bought more today. I bought 550 more shares today. The reason I did it, I want to explain something. There is a reason to my mayhem here. Okay, so this thing went up, boom, 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 little tight base, kind of choppy. There was a doji, it was coming down. I was already in too deep, and I'm going to ride it for the long haul because it's a millionaire maker in my mind. And this thing is still purple, which I don't recommend until it changes to blue. But this is what I want to tell you. Right here, this trend reversal area is a very important line in the sand. I mean, it is a very important line in the sand, 2297. That number, if we ever go below that number, abort. Unless you're like super long term and you're going to ride it, because this is the number that I believe that institutional support is going to hold at, and that algorithms are set at to buy, where the bounce is. And if I'm right, that's going to be a higher low pattern, okay, which is critical. Now, it does break some of my rules. It's performing under the NASDAQ. The vortex is down, the stochastic is down. So it's not the best technical buy. However, I had this up on 2 screens on the minute chart today. I was satisfied with all my other trades. I was up a lot of money. I had all my stops reset. Everything was super good. And I was watching this thing, and I saw it wick down to, I thought it was like 2260 or something. Yeah, 2265. I saw that. Then I saw a first blue candle. I saw it kind of going, and then it stuck on the minute, and another one came in. And I just had my finger on the trigger, and I just shot. I just took a snipe. And I grabbed the 550 shares, and luckily I was right. It came back with a whole sequence of blue candles, and it came back above here because the institutions are going to want to protect their bet, okay? And the algos are set there to do that. So now I also was watching the other time frames, okay? I saw that on the 6 hour, we had just came over. Now, the RSI is not over the NASDAQ, where there's a black gap in between, but I see it's directionally heading up, okay? And the vortex is directionally heading up. And the stochastic, again, there's not a black in between the two lines, but it's heading up, okay? On a smaller time frame, we're already above. So I was like, okay, you got algos, you got institutional support, you have a previous trend reversal. It's basically the line that you got to protect. Like, you are literally going to the playoffs, or you're not going to the playoffs if you defend this line or do not defend this line. That's how serious that line is in my mind from a trading perspective. So even though it broke a lot of my qualifying rules, I got in because I have different reasons for this, okay? So I invest a little differently with a different set of rules than I swing trade and that I day trade. They have similar rules, but they're a little different. Like, I don't put stops on my long-term investments, but I put super tight stops on all my day trades and my swing trades. And then depending on the length that it's going, I can loosen my stops. Right now, because the market is tentative, you got the Dow, you got the major indexes down. Remember, doing what I'm doing, making money, making 8, 10, 12 grand on red days when everything's red, and I'm making money like that almost regularly. That's because I'm really good at charts, and I'm working with premium charts and super tight stops. That's why I say buy this, and the next morning it goes up 13%. Buy this, and the next morning it goes up $22. I move quick, and I know how to read these things. That doesn't mean that I stay in them forever, okay? I ride that up, and then I'll scale out, and I'll set my stop, and if it comes down and people want to profit take, or people just got in for the ride like me, then it is what it is, okay? In and out, but I'm getting my money. So with Lucid, it's a little bit different. I'm already in this thing. So now I have 4,550 shares. I want to have 10,000 shares eventually. And it's probably better to be buying it down here while it's low, because I think this is like a Tesla in the making. Like, if you were to buy Tesla at $20, $22, Jesus, man, it'd be crazy, right? So I'm just kind of like putting money in, and what I do is I trade a lot, and then I take my profits to put into my Apples and my Teslas, and I have other ones, a bunch of other ones in there. But I put money in there into these ones, and my goal is 10,000 shares. That's what I want to get to. So if I can nibble 500 here, 1,000 there, 500 here, that's what I'm going to keep doing. So I do think that this line is very important, and that we should start seeing a bounce off of it. It did wick below, it did close above. That's really, really good. I think that Lucid's about to turn. I just think we're about a day early. So tomorrow we need a green day on Lucid. It's very, very important. It has to be a green day. I'm going to say it needs to be at least, I don't know exactly, but let's just call it 60 cents. It needs to be at least 60 cents. And then that is going to pretty much create like a doji here, because it's going to shrink the momentum, create a doji. It's going to keep us blue here. This is going to start to turn. We're above our 200. We're staying above a trend reversal, and boom. And then everybody's going to come in with volume the next day because that blue candle is there, and everybody's going to see that it is a pivot low, bottom base, getting ready to make a new swing high, which will be over this right here of 28.37. I think that's pretty much the goal behind the scenes with Wall Street, and you know how like larger traders are looking at this situation. So I bought it. If you like Lucid and you're willing to take a little bit of a risk without earnings and without vehicles on the road. Now, they did say the vehicles are going to start delivering in October, at the end of this month, or within a month, I think they said. That's impressive. They just got their EPA report. They're already talking about a second vehicle. They're partnering with a lot of people. I like where this is going. I think we should be in on Lucid, guys. You know, I think we should be in on Tesla. I think we should be in on cryptos. You know, you want to make a lot of money, you want to do that. And if you want to hold on, if you're very wealthy, what you want to do is you want to have some in that, but you want to have most of your money in Dow stocks and real estate. And then you want to have your smaller diversification in those things. If you're not super wealthy, then you want to be like big on crypto, big on Tesla, some high movers like Lucid, and you should always have real estate. It's good to own a business or two as well. So I'm going to leave it there. My name's Chris. This is Wheelhouse Trading. Welcome to the Wheelhouse. Down below is the Webull link. Click that thing, get some free Shiba, get some free stocks, put some money in, get some more free stocks. We're starting a Patreon. We're starting a Discord. I got 19 courses. I'm trying to get to 60 courses. It's going to be dope. I'm going to teach you guys. People are hitting me up. They're like, Chris, I'm watching your videos 3 times. I'm learning more from you than anybody I've ever learned from. I'm learning faster. The way you break it down, the way you show me, it all makes sense. When are you going to have your courses? When are you going to have your courses? I'm trying to get it out. But, you know, I'm also just starting the channel too. So just bear with me. I will show you so much, guys. Like everything I've showed you is just a tiny little fraction of what I know. When I start showing you all the back end of how to just crush the markets, like just destroy the game, I'm going to teach you the process of how you make a substantial amount of money on the way up, and then when it turns on you, it just auto moves you to cash, just comes a little bit out of your profit. You got 90% of your profit, actually 92% of your profit, plus all your principal, and you're just waiting it out. The only reason I'm trading through this mess is because I'm an expert at this, okay? So I've been doing this a long time. I know what to do. I'm not as scared. I also have some money in case, you know, it hits the fan, but I can work my way through this. But I'm also in cash, and I'm not going heavy, okay? I'm nibbling. Like I nibbled today. I bought 1,000 more shares of Palantir. I just bought another 1,000 shares of SoFi today. Those are nibbles. What else did I buy? INMD, okay? Enamode. I bought that today, 250 shares. That hit the bottom of its pivot swing low, and I think you got a $18 gain. INMD, buy it tomorrow, not financial advice. Hit that one. That thing is a big one. It's also got a huge composite rating, and it's on the IBD leaderboard. So that's a real good one. What else did I buy today? Lucid, I bought Lucid, 550 shares. Lucid, Palantir. Maybe it was just those 4. So yeah. So look, tomorrow, and I'm watching Ethereum. It's just hitting that 34.96 line that it loves to flirt with. Let me just show you something real quick on Ethereum. This is crazy to me. Like this thing is married to this line. This is bananas to me, man. Oh, it's a little above it, okay. All right, so, all right, so this box, I talked about the box of Confluence in the last couple videos. This box is important. Okay, this is the first line of resistance, and this is the second line of resistance, and this is Ethereum. And this thing loves to go up through here, come down, go up. So you want to make sure you're buying above 34.96, and you want your stop right below it. And this thing, you know, has another chance to rally if you didn't catch it the last time, because it's kind of retraced. Look, it did it here. It did it here. It touched it here. And this would have been all the boxes too. So yeah, this is an area for this thing. So I'm looking at Ethereum. You know, I love to get crazy on Ethereum, and you know, I like, if I can, what I'll do is I'll snap up 20 coins, 20 coins, 20 coins, 20 coins, and then I'll scale out, bing, 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 and I'll trade. And I have a HODL portfolio on Bitcoin and Ethereum, and those are like really, really low cost coins, and I just don't touch them. Whatever happens, they're going to be in the profit. It's never going to go that low again, in my opinion. But I do trade up north here. And this line right here, when you get the bounce, this is a good time to buy Ethereum. Anytime it bounces off this. Although I do want to talk to you guys in future videos about wave structures and bases and loose patterns. And this thing is a mess. This is a sloppy mess as far as structure goes. Yeah, we'll get into an Ethereum video. Let me know in the comments below if you want me to do an Ethereum video. Actually, if you want me to do a deep technical dive on Ethereum, I think we need to talk about that. There's a lot going on here that needs to be discussed. So anyways, you guys rock. Thanks for all the nice comments. Yeah, man. We'll see you later today or tomorrow, okay?